So, you did it. You landed the job in Indonesia. Huge congratulations. But I bet between all the excitement and the packing, you're starting to think about the new challenge, navigating a brand new workplace culture. Well, that's exactly what we're here for. This guide is going to turn those first-week jitters into a rock-solid foundation for success.
Starting any new role is always this wild mix of excitement and, let's be real, a healthy dose of anxiety. You're the new person, right? You're trying to learn the ropes, meet everyone. Yeah, it can feel a little overwhelming. But don't you worry, we're going to break it all down so you can walk in on day one feeling totally confident.
Okay, first things first. You're going to hear this term, masa percobaan. That's your probation period. But in Indonesia, it's so much more than just a trial. Think of it as literally laying the foundation for a house. The reputation you build and the relationships you form in these first few weeks, they can define your entire career at that company. So yeah, getting this right is pretty much everything.
So, where do we start? Well, believe it or not, your journey to success kicks off before you even step foot in the office. It is all about mastering that first impression. And we're going to start with one super simple action that speaks absolute volumes. Here is your first mission, and it is such an easy win, arriving 10 to 15 minutes early. This isn't just about not being late. In Indonesian work culture, this is a powerful signal. It says, I'm serious, I'm prepared, and most importantly, I respect your time. It's a small thing that makes a huge impact.
All right, so you've made it. You're there early. What's next? Day one can feel like a total whirlwind of names, faces, and paperwork, so let's just slow it down and put it all into a simple, manageable checklist to keep you grounded. Your very first interaction is probably going to be at the reception desk, and this little script right here, it's your perfect opening. It's polite, it's direct, and it gives the receptionist everything they need to know without any of that first-day awkwardness. Easy, right?
You know, the whole formal onboarding process can seem a little bureaucratic and intimidating, but it really just comes down to these 4 steps. You'll get the paperwork done with HR, learn the company rules, get your computer and login sorted, and then, the most important part, you get to meet your manager and your new team. See? When you break it down like that, it's not so scary at all. Now, here's another term you're going to hear a lot. Atasan langsung. This is your direct manager, your line manager, your boss. This person is your key relationship. You need to start building a connection with them from the very first moment. They're going to be your guide, your mentor, and the one who sets expectations for you.
And when you do meet your manager for the first time, this phrase is absolute gold. Just remember to use the respectful term Bapak for a man or Ibu for a woman before their name. This one sentence just communicates everything you need it to: gratitude, enthusiasm, and that all-important team player attitude. It's perfect.
Okay, with the official business underway, let's shift our focus to what is arguably the most critical part of succeeding in an Indonesian office: the people. The culture is incredibly communal. Teamwork isn't just a corporate buzzword, it's genuinely how things get done. Building good relationships is non-negotiable.
Trust me, you'll be introducing yourself constantly in those first few days. So just keep it simple and memorable with this little 3-step formula. You know, something like, "Hi, I'm Alex, the new copywriter in the marketing team. It's great to meet you all." It's clear, it's confident, and it's friendly. Nailed it. Now you start building those connections through what's known as basa-basi, or small talk. It is the social glue of the office. To get started, stick to these safe, universal topics. They're all about shared daily experiences. You absolutely cannot go wrong talking about the crazy traffic or the national obsession, what's for lunch. Okay, so you're meeting people, you're making small talk. Now we're going to level up. Let's get into the real nuances, the unwritten rules of office etiquette that will show everyone you truly get the culture. Sometime during your office tour, you will almost certainly be shown the mushola. This is a prayer room. Its presence is just a fundamental part of the office landscape, and it's a beautiful reflection of the respect for religious practice that's woven into the fabric of daily life here.
If you only remember one slide from this whole thing, please make it this one. Always use those respectful titles, Bapak and Ibu. If you get invited to lunch, say yes. That's where the real bonding happens. And on the flip side, just steer clear of the drama. No gossip, no complaining about old jobs. Stay positive, be respectful, and just be a sponge for a while. So, what should you wear? Well, most offices are going to be business casual or smart casual. But here's the best part: Batik Day. It's usually on a Friday.
Batik is this beautiful traditional Indonesian fabric, and wearing it is just a fantastic way to show that you're embracing the culture and that you're part of the team.
We've covered a ton, right? Your first day, making connections, office etiquette. So now let's tie it all together. Let's frame this not just as surviving your first few weeks, but as a strategic path to real long-term success.
You know, when it comes right down to it, everything we've talked about boils down to these 5 key principles. Respect the structure, invest time in people, act like a pro, always have a learner's mindset, and maybe, most importantly, just pay attention to the culture around you and be willing to adapt. This right here, this is your formula for success.
So there you have it. You've got the map, you've got the key vocabulary, you have everything you need to navigate this new beginning with total confidence. The first impression is yours to make. So the question isn't, what do I do anymore? Now, it's, how are you going to use all this to truly shine? Good luck, you've got this.